It's on.
We are going to reminisce.
Huh?
I said, we are going to reminisce.
Yeah.
Right. Well, welcome back. We have a wonderful guest today. I'd like to introduce you to Jody Jones, and we're going to share some memories.
Yeah, we're going down memory lane.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
My name's Jody Jones. I'm the Behavioral Health Site Director at Hopewell Health Centers in MacArthur, Ohio. And back in the early 2000s, I met Pam and Robert. We're thinking 2006.
I had just gotten EGALA certified in 2006, and I was so excited when I came back home from that, and I wrote a letter and sent it to a whole lot of mental health people in the 07 maybe? And I think you were the only one that answered, to be honest.
I was at the MacArthur office, which was then Tri-County Mental Health. It was before the merger. And I was taking children to a horse barn in Benton County. There was a family that offered their horse barn, and I would take children there one afternoon a week, and we would do equine-assisted horse therapy. And I was level 1 EGALA trained.
Okay. Do you remember when you did that?
The year that I did that, it might have been 2002, 2003. It wasn't, it was close to around the time you did it.
Yeah.
And I did it in Ironton, Ohio.
All right.
Yeah.
I went to Pennsylvania. Yeah. So how did you find out about equine-assisted therapy?
I found out about it from the couple that offered the horse barn in Benton County. And they introduced it to me, and I thought, this sounds wonderful, and I want to try it. Okay. And so I went and got my training, and then we started working together, and we did that for a couple years. And I would pick the kids up, usually 1 or 2 kids at a time, take them to the horse barn, and we'd do our horse activities, and I would do the therapy piece of it, and there was someone else that did the horse piece of it. And then when I would drive the children back home, I had the best therapy sessions.
Isn't that something?
Yeah.
Something. So what kind of ended that? Do you remember how that?
I think everybody's lives just got very busy.
Yeah.
The people that offered the horse barn were very kind and very gracious. Their lives just got busier.
That makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so then I'm trying to think back. It's going back a few years. So so you answered the call. The call.
Right, the call.
And then we decided to do some demonstrations here in our county. Because for those that aren't familiar, Benton County is a county over, and we're on the corner of Athens and Meigs County. So, and so you were gracious enough to be the licensed provider for some of those demonstrations. What do you remember of those?
I remember we had a very good turnout. We had a lot of people from Tri-County Mental Health that showed up, and I remember how much fun it was.
It was
Yeah,
fun.
it
It was
was
a little
fun.
chilly. Do you remember it was chilly and we had some soup?
Yes, it was very, yes, I remember
It was
that.
a cool, very crisp fall day, I believe.
It was fun.
It was fun, and I was really pleased with how many people showed up.
I was too, and I remember we did a demonstration. I think it was the demonstration where we had volunteers that were trying to corral a horse, something similar to that, and just all the energy and people trying to work together, and how hard it was, and how much they learned about themselves.
Right, I do remember that. Do you remember that day? Do you have anything to add?
I do remember that day, and I remember the soup.
That was really good.
It's
Peanut soup. It was a gracious restaurant in town.
And looking back on that was a long time ago. And we were just really getting into it, blending the two occupations together to serve people as one. And yeah, I start thinking about that, and I've learned so much since then.
Right. Yeah, because that was just.
A lot of
that was just
times
the
with your
beginning.
supervision.
Well,
Yeah,
You
you
know,
had a
because
little
that was-
break, and
Right.
because you were working on your dissertation. I remember you were super
Right.
busy.
Right. Yeah, I was getting my doctorate in counselor education, and so I was trying to juggle that and my work at Tri-County Mental Health. So a period of time passed that we didn't have contact with each other.
Right.
And then the opportunity came up to provide clinical supervision at Natural Freedom, and I jumped at it. I thought, yes, this is what I want to do.
And I was
Yeah.
so thankful. We're always so thankful for good, knowledge. And I think that's when we went from paper progress notes and our
Yes.
goals and
Yes.
individual service plans to the computerized
Yes,
system. That was a little
electronic.
stressful.
That was stressful, yes, but we survived that.
We did,
We did.
and we grow.
With multiple
right.
trainings in Benton.
Right.
Yeah, we had a lot of time in Benton.
Right. We had a lot of training, and then that was just a really good period of time of learning, and then I entered a phase where my parents were getting older, and I needed to kind of step back and not do quite so much because I was kind of being there more for my parents. So then that was when the clinical supervision ended, but I just have very fond memories of working with both of you.
Yes, and we as well. We have really appreciated your knowledge and willingness to keep us in our lane and following the golden thread of treatment.
Yes. we talk about that often, the golden thread.
For those that are not familiar, the golden thread is in a treatment modality where you make sure you look at the strengths and needs of a client, you develop the goals and objectives. A licensed provider does that, and then they write objectives for us to provide the skills set in our sessions that would help supplement meeting those goals. And then we write a progress note and circles back to that licensed provider, clinical supervisor that checks off and makes sure that all of the boxes are checked, that we're doing everything properly. Did I say everything correctly?
You correctly, yes.
So we definitely appreciate that, definitely the golden thread knowledge and reminders, and man, we just learned so much, didn't we?
Yes.
I look back and go, I don't know, Jody, why would you?
Well, that's when you start talking about the workshop, that first one. It's like, man.
We've gained so much
Yeah.
in our knowledge and our ability to expand our horse experience into the treatment modality, and it's very successful. Yeah.
And the beauty of it's been that with your view of the profession, every supervisor we've had's had their own view of what's important and stuff, and it's really allowed us to mold everything completely around the needs through a wide vision of what's needed instead of just looking down one little lane.
You've gotten different perspectives from
Oh,
all the
oh.
different professionals.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes, and it sure does make you grow.
And we grow from each other because I've learned so many things from interacting and working with you guys, and learning how this helps the people that come to the horse barn, and they have truly been helped.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Now, some people that are watching may be people that are either interested in doing an equine-assisted program, or they're currently maybe in the process, or maybe they're looking for their own clinical supervisor. I guess from that perspective, what would you tell someone would be an important that's looking to move into things that we're doing, like a program like what we are doing, from a clinical supervisor's position? What would you tell someone to look for if they're looking for a clinical supervisor?
Oh, okay. If they're looking for it,
What should they have in a clinical supervisor?
what should they have, and the qualities of a clinical supervisor?
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, so I guess what makes this unique is that you're not in the office. So you want a clinical supervisor that also is interested in being outside of the office
Okay.
and understands maybe some of the unique challenges of not being in the office. You can't control the climate. Sometimes it's raining, sometimes it's blistering hot. You also want a clinical supervisor that understands the dynamics between the work with the horse and how the horse is teaching the client. And so it's very expansive what you can learn, the dynamics that come from that relationship.
Yeah. And that's so hard to teach.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's an experience you have to feel.
Yeah, I think you have to have that experience.
And I think that's what was unique to you as a clinical supervisor, is because you came from a background of having animals. So
Yes.
you understood that relationship.
Yes,
And I think that can get hard if you don't have that experience to draw on.
Right, if you haven't, because I had a horse, and I knew when my horse's ears moved back, I knew what that meant. I knew what it was like when he startled, so I knew that what you did was very specialized, and it just had to be something you had to experience to understand.
Right, yeah, you just can't read
Mm-mm.
and know.
No.
Yeah, absolutely. Do you have any questions on that end? For Jody? This is so fun because we haven't seen each other
Yes.
in quite a while now too. So we've had big gaps, and then we come together, and it's like back. It just comes back so naturally though.
We'll do this again in 20 years.
Oh, yeah.
We'll come in my walker.
You and me both. It'll be fun. Let's not wait that long.
No, okay.
There'll be a longer gap between me getting there to shut the camera off than there is on these.
Does anybody have anything else to add?
I don't think
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for joining us and reminiscing about the last 20 years, and thank you for being there. Definitely at the beginning, you were instrumental in me realizing that my dreams could come true. Because if you don't have that clinical supervisor or that licensed person that will, say, gosh, that is intrigued enough to have that conversation, you can have the dreams and it's not going to go anywhere. So I appreciate that.
Well, I appreciate both of you, and I've learned so much from working with you. And just it's been very nice to have the friendship through the years.
Absolutely. Thank you very much
Thank
for
you.
joining us, and I hope that this solves some of your intrigueness of our last 20 years.